in the short term. This is not the long term. It's a short term measures to ensure that they deal with the macroeconomic stability. I will give you an example of if you have a tank of water, all right, and your pipe is putting water into the tank. When the tank is overspilling, what do? You close the tap, right? So the water don't continue flowing into the tank. Look at that as in terms of money. That the money was flowing into the economy. When you close the tap, it means that no money goes out again. So it means that use what is there. So it means that the level of the water in the dam or the tank will start going down. So that's what we envisage. So these things are short term. In the dry, it's just water supply into a tank when you close the tap. So when you close the tap, that will happen. So these are supposed to be realized in a short term.
The other burning issue about what the president said is the suspension of lending by banks to the private sector.
It's not only lending of banks to the private sector. It's lending of banks to government, private sector, and individuals. The why we know that this is a painful but necessary measure to have. It's painful because most entities depend on the credit from banks for meeting their cash flows, for meeting their working capital requirements, their capital requirements. But it was necessary in this respect because of the increase in the inflation, increase in the premiums on the power exchange rate, wherein some entities were now using funds from banks to purchase foreign currency. So when companies, when entities and individuals use for the local currency from banks, to borrow from banks and purchase foreign currency or put too much demand on foreign currency, it means that you need to close the tap, which is causing that thing to happen. So in this case, that measure was necessary and is still necessary. It's a temporary necessary measure to ensure that there is sanity in the financial sector, that there is sanity in terms of taming inflation, and that this economy don't consume much more than it is producing.